Hello my student, it's me again, Madam Gracious Kanzieni from Educare Tanzania. Welcome for our chemistry session today. In our class level, we are proceeding with the Form 1 with our topic, which was elements, compounds, and the mixture. In this topic, we have already covered the first subtopic, which was all about the elements and the symbols, but also we have already covered the concept of the compounds and the mixture. Now today we are going to sum up our topic by considering the subtopic, which is separation of mixture. Now, welcome to start our session. When we talk about separation of mixture, here we are going to look on the different methods which can be employed so as we can separate the mixture of different substances. Kama tulivyoona kwenye vipindi vilivyopita kwamba tunaweza tukatumia physical means, njia au mbinu za kawaida ambazo tunaweza tukaziapply kwenye maisha yetu ya kila siku katika kufanya separation ya mixtures. Now, today we are going to discuss the different methods where you can also learn it well and try at home. When we talk about the mixture, separating mixture here is the mixture can be separated according to the properties of substance. Kwamba tunafanya separation of mixture by considering the properties of mixture. So we need to know what are in the mixture so as we can be able to separate according to their properties. Some of the methods used to separate the mixture include the decantation method, there is evaporation method, distillation method, sublimation method, filtration method, chromatograph method, solvent extraction method, layer separation method, and magnetization. Now my students, keep watching, keep following. You are going to start one after another. By starting with the decantation method, when we talk about decantation here, is the process of separating heterogeneous mixture of a liquid and solid by pouring out the liquid only, leaving the solid at the bottom of the container. Kwamba hapa tunakuwa na heterogeneous mixture, ambayo ni mchanganyiko ambayo una consist more than two substances, and those mixture, that substance are in different properties and composition. Now here we are going to pour out the liquid from our mixture. How? By ensuring that those solid particles remain at the bottom of our container. The process of the components, the process of some components of mixture settling at the bottom is called sediment. Kama tulivyosema kwamba in this decantation process tunafanya ile pouring, lakini some of the substance which are solid must remain at the bottom of the container. Now, kile ambacho kina settle at the bottom of the container, we call it sediment. Is where sedimentation formed. Decantation can be used to separate water from muddy water, kwamba we can have muddy water. When we talk about muddy water, tunaongelea maji yale ya matope. So you can see, you can have your muddy water there. You can, unayaweka kwenye container. At the same time, ukiacha yakiseto is where you can separate that mud from water. Another, this decantation can be used in separation in blood test. In blood test, decantation is very easy to be applicable since we are able to pour out those liquids or to separate some of the solid particles and the liquid materials. Now, separation of decantation. How this decantation can be applicable? It can be applicable in water treatment system. Wakati wa kupurify water. In water purification, we know that tunatakiwa tufanye remove of unwanted materials. So this decantation can be applied here during separating or purifying water. Another is separation of components of blood. Different components of blood can be can be separated by using the decantation method. My students, you can see example, very simple demonstration of decantation process, whereby this is our beaker, which is our container, but within our beaker we have the mud water, ambayo ni maji ambayo ni maji ya matope. So you can see here, before you can see this mixture is made up of heterogeneous. Why? You can see it's not uniform. It's made up of different properties and composition. And at the same time, you can see here there is sediment formed. Sedimentation are formed at the bottom of our container, and this liquid, it is above the sediments. Now, there is where you can pour out the liquid and ensure that these sediments are remain at the bottom of our container. This is a very simple demonstration. You can try it in home, or when you are in school, in laboratory, chemistry laboratory, you can try this method so as you can improve your understanding concerning about this concept. Another method which can be used in separation of the mixtures of the substance is magnetization. When we talk about magnetization here, we are considering the magnetic substances. This process involves the separation of ions, which are magnetic materials, from a mixture whereby the magnetic material is attracted to magnet and leave behind other components in the mixture. You can see maybe you have your substance there, but within there is some of the iron there. So how can you separate those? The iron within your mixture is where you can use this magnetization, whereby you have a magnetic material and you put there near your solution, and those iron materials can be trapped and removed away from your solution. There you will undergo the process of magnetization as the method of separating the mixtures. Another method is evaporation. Tukiongelea evaporation, tunaongelea kile kitendo ambacho you need to have heat source and applying heat kwenye solution yako. Then evaporation process, whereby if the solution is in form of liquid, it will be changed into vapor. Mean that there will be the remove of water until there is something remaining at your container. So you can see here that is the method in which solvent converted from liquid to gas and solute remain as residual. So you can see you have your solute. For example, this is mostly applicable in salt water, yale maji ya chumvi. You can see when you take it and pour in your pan at home, you can try also. After applying heat, you can see baada yale maji kuchemka, maji yata mvuke ule utakuwa unakuwa exposed out. At the same time, what will remain there is, you can see the solute remaining there. Chumvi inakuwa inabakia, or you can say it residue. Example, mixture of water, which is solvent as we know, and salt, which is solute. When you heated, water evaporate and salt remain. Kwamba ukichukua maji ya chumvi ukiyachemsha for some time, yale maji ule mvuke unavotoka, yale maji yanakuwa yanakauka, lakini at the end pale inabakia chumvi kwenye pan au ile container yako ambayo unachemshia. This is a diagram which elaborates the evaporation process. As you can see here, we have our salt solution, we have evaporating here, and we have boiling water. And this is source of heat. So you can see at a time, this water tended to be dried. Haya maji yatakuja yatakauka kwa sababu ya ule mvuke unaotoka, maji yanakuja yanakauka. At the end utakuja kupata solute zimekuwa formed there, or you can say residue, kwa sababu zinakuwa in form of solid. So the separation application of evaporation, how this evaporation method can be applicable in the separation method. Now it can be used in extraction of common salt. Kwamba tunaweza tukatumia hii hapa, evaporation means katika kupata au extract common salt, and the common salt we are talking about is sodium chloride, which is also known as table salt. Another method of separation is distillation. Here is the method of separating mixture due to components boiling point and final obtain the wanted substance. Here we are separating the mixture by considering the boiling point of the component of our substances. The wanted substance which will resulted due to the low boiling point and cooled until back to liquid. So the solution which will form the low boiling point will allowed to cool so as it can form liquid, and this is what is wanted. And the cooled vapor is called distillate, kwamba that vapor which allowed to cool at a time ndo tunaita distillate. Kwa hiyo hii distillate tutaipata this wanted solution au liquid tutaipata baada ya kufanya distillation process. But distillation process can be done in the different ways. So let us see the types of distillation. There are two types of distillation. The first one is simple distillation and the second one is fractional distillation. When we talk about simple distillation here, the method of separating mixture of liquid contain dissolved substance. So hapa tunatumia simple means. Why simple means? Kwa sababu zenyewe ile substance inakuwa imecontain what? Dissolved substance. Na maana ile substance imekuwa dissolved kwenye ile mixture yako. This is the demonstration of simple diagram which demonstrates how simple distillation take place. In the chemistry laboratory, we are trying to bring this by using our apparatus, which is, we have here flat bottomed flask, and here we have our muddy water. This is thermometer for measuring the boiling point, because this distillation done by considering the boiling point. Low boiling point and high boiling point means that at the low boiling point is where that distillate can be collected and is what we want. And this is water out. This is Liebig condenser, ambayo hii inatumika sasa kucondense those vapors ambazo zitapelekea sasa hizi distillates ziwe formed in our beaker. This is heat source. This is applied so as to ensure that there is heat energy, and this is tripod stand which support this flat bottom flask. This is target which is used to spread this flame source. Yeah, so this is simple mechanism or demonstration in how the simple distillation can be done, and this is mostly used in our chemistry laboratory. Simple distillation can be used to separate the distilling water from muddy water. You can see. So tunaweza tukatumia simple distillation kufanya kutenganisha what we want from a solution, I mean in the mixture which their substances dissolve to each other, because there we are going to have